Hello everybody. In the last class we have discussed about the characteristics of meristematic tissues. So today we are going to start the classification of meristematic tissue on the basis of origin. So on the basis of origin, meristematic tissues are of two types. Primary meristematic tissues and secondary meristematic tissues. So let us discuss first the primary meristematic tissue. These are the tissues which arises from the tissues of the embryo and continues to exist in the plant. Arises from the tissues of the embryo and continues to exist in the plant. So primary meristematic tissues arises from the tissues of the embryo and continues to exist in the plant. Now coming on to the secondary meristematic tissues. The secondary meristematic tissues arises from the de-differentiation of permanent tissue. Permanent tissue, we will discuss later on what are permanent tissues. These permanent tissues are the tissues which have lost the capability to divide, but some tissues later on divide again and form the secondary meristematic tissues. So the secondary meristematic tissues arises from the de-differentiation of permanent tissues. Now what is de-differentiation? When there is differentiation in the already differentiated tissue, it is known as de-differentiation. So we have discussed the primary meristematic tissues and secondary meristematic tissues. Now we move on to the classification on the basis of position of the tissue. So on the basis of position in the plant, meristematic tissues are again divided into three types. First is the apical meristem. Second one is the intercalary meristem. And third one is the lateral meristem. So on the basis of position, meristematic tissues are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Now coming on to the apical meristem, what are apical meristem? So we are discussing the position, so let me tell you where it is present. As the name suggests, apical meristem, it is present at the apex of the plant. Apex, shoot apex, or we can say shoot tip, or root apex or tip. Shoot tip or root tip. So apical meristem are present at the shoot tip or the root tip. Now what is the function of this? Cell division in this tissue leads to the elongation of the stem and root. Cell division in this tissue leads to the elongation of the stem thus it is involved in the primary growth of the plant. Thus it is involved in the primary growth of the plant. So what is the function of the apical meristem? It promotes the primary growth of the plant and it is present at the shoot tip and the root tip. Shoot apex and root apex. Now these were the These were the apical meristem. Now moving on to the intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem are the part of apical meristem which is left behind during growth period. Intercalary meristem are present at the base of leaf and internode region, or we can say it is present at the node and internode of the plant. It is a part of apical meristem. Part of apical meristem which is left behind during growth period. Now, what is the function of this intercalary meristem? As we have seen, the apical meristem is promoting to the primary growth. Now, let us see the function of intercalary meristem. It increases the length of a leaf. As it is present at the nodal region, it increases the length of leaf. Length of leaf. Example in grass stem, bamboo stem and mint stem. Example, it is present in grass stem, bamboo stem and mint stem. So this was the intercalary meristem which is present at the node and internode of the plant. It is the part of apical meristem which is left behind during growth period. It increases the length of leaf as in grass stem, bamboo stem and mint stem. Now coming on to the lateral meristem, it is also called as secondary meristem. It occurs along the sides of longitudinal axis of the plant. Occurs along the longitudinal axis of the plant. It gives rise to, what is the function of lateral meristems? It gives rise to vascular tissue and causes growth in girth of stem and root. Girth of stem and root. It is responsible for the secondary growth of the plant. It is responsible for the secondary growth of the plant. So we have discussed the meristematic tissues on the basis of position: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Now in the next class we will be discussing the permanent tissue, its types and its characteristics. Thank you.